Hey guys, so you like I say, you guys know I love Death Note, and this guy right here, it's if anime characters ran for president part two, Light Yagami. Now we're gonna get into what it would mean if Light was president, and in fact the Death Note manga, I think the not the Death Note, but like the sequel to it actually had Trump talking with Ryuk and wanting the Death Note to kind of keep it. I think if I remember, he didn't want to use it, but he wanted to prevent other countries from getting it because everyone knew about Death Note and they knew that, as Near put it, is the most deadly you know ma- weapon of mass murder in the history of mankind. All you got to do is write a name down while picturing the person's face, and boom, they're dead. Um, so I think Trump wanted to buy the book or whatever so that he could keep it and prevent others from using it. Um, Now, would Trump actually use the Death Note? Maybe, but it would be beneficial for us. Same thing with, like, we'll talk about that afterwards. This is obviously comedy, but to think of what it would be like if Light Yagami was the president. But we're gonna get right into this, and I love the suit. It's very cartoony, but it's what Light wears. So
Here, Mr. Yagami. You say that you plan to drastically lower taxes for the American people. How exactly do you plan on doing that?
Well, I plan to do that by revising our budget. For example, the American people have been spending way too much money on our prison system, and I plan to change that.
This is a pretty simple solution. I'll just kill millions
stupid.
of inmates with the death note, thus lowering the prison tax. I am Kira.
I
Question over here. Many people are calling for the defunding of the police. What's your stance on this?
Well, let me just say first that I stand by our police force and all the brave men and women who serve. But I do believe that I can find a solution that works for everyone.
Yeah, once I do the police officer's job for them, we won't have much of a need for them. So that means defunding the police will be a byproduct of my justice. Also, I'm Kira. I have a
yeah.
question over here. Why is your shirt wrinkled? What the hell?
Well, truth be told, I've been working so hard on coming up with solutions for the American people that even my shirt has wrinkles now.
Mm.
I'm not actually laughing on the inside. I was too busy being the god of America to iron my shirt this morning, and guess what? You're dead, bitch, and I'm Kira.
Kira.
Mr. Yagami, I have a simple question over here. What are your thoughts on the Black Lives Matter movement?
Well, let me just say this. I don't think it should be a controversial statement at all to say that I stand with the sentiment that black lives should matter in this country.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna be killing a lot of black people in this country, so it's better if I pretend to be an ally. I'll even put Black Lives Matter in my Twitter bio.
Thank you.
It's no problem.
Yo, look, I don't have a question over here, but I just want to say that you're sus, bro.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I said that you're hella sus, man.
Who the hell is this guy?
What's your name?
L.
Oh, sorry. I meant your first name.
Oh, my first name is L too.
Okay.
Not too smart, are you, L? I've got your first and your last name now. I'll make sure to kill you later because I am Kira.
Well, Mr. L, can you please explain what you're talking about?
Alright, so boom. I work for the FBI and I had to search your browser history, and every time you searched up a criminal, they ended up dead by Kira later. So I just feel like that makes you hella sus, bro.
Oh shit, I have to lie.
Well, since you put me on the spot like this, I do want the American people to know that I am creating a special task force for catching Kira. And as my search history may suggest, I'm always one step ahead of him.
That makes sense.
How does it feel to be so outsmarted, L? Don't worry, you won't have to live in that embarrassment for very long.
Alright, that's good enough for me.
Next question.
Mr. Yagami, what's your opinion on fracking? Because
Yo, hello?
Okay.
What? Yo, my brother LL just died of a heart attack. Yo, who could have figured out our names, bro? My name is L2L and his name is LL. Who could have figured that shit out? How? We never tell anybody our names.
Mikami, That idiot. He must have thought I wanted him to kill him when I got his name. I'm gonna have to fix the situation.
Everyone, remain calm, okay? This is the very thing that my task force will stop once I become president. So, Kira, if you're out there, stop what you're doing. Stop.
Stop
Don't
it.
do this anymore.
Get some help.
Okay? Because if you do, you're going to get caught. Okay? You're going to get caught if you keep doing what you're doing. Do you hear what I'm saying? You hear me?
Bro, you
Okay?
are sus. You are, matter of fact, you are
Ella,
Kira.
we're gonna have to talk later, okay? Just Kira, stop, or you're going to get caught, alright? Alright, so clearly we're being targeted by Kira, who is definitely not me. So, we're gonna have to end this. Hope you guys all have a wonderful night. Be safe. Don't reveal any information about yourselves. I'm gonna go clear my browser history. Have a good night. I'll see you later.
No. And then the rest is just an ad for whatever it is he's trying to sell. But okay, so Light as the president. How would it affect America? I think people who know Light would not have a problem with him being president. Think about it this way. So Black Lives Matter. I mean, and first off, Light even states something like in one of the episodes how, when people are questioned, because he's talking about, the sites that are popping up to worship Kira, and how people are afraid to say things out loud because, out loud, you're expected to give the politically correct answer that killing people is wrong, no matter who it is. But there are people who are going online and saying, praise Kira, kill this person, who aren't afraid because they see what Kira's doing. So Kira, in the beginning at least, doesn't kill innocent people. He kills people that make life a hell for you and me, the good citizens. So what would that mean? Well, if Kira, or Light rather, was president, you can bet that Black Lives Matter, Antifa, ISIS, pretty much every illegal coming in over the border, like the cartel, they'd be taken care of. Um, he would be president, so he would be in front of the camera a lot. So which means he would either have to find their names out beforehand and write them down, or while he talks, Misa would be there with watching TV or in those areas, and she'd be walking around with her eyes, just seeing all their names and writing them down. And then since it's Antifa and they're going around burning shit, perfect time to maybe have an accident. Maybe one of them gets caught in the flames, or burning rubble falls on top of them, or they can just die of heart attacks. So I don't think if Light was president, I don't think he would be doing any of the killings himself, because he knows how suspect that would be. Um, but he would have easy access to all FBI agents and CIA, stuff like that. So if anyone came knocking, he could easily get rid of them. Uh, but I think he would mostly have Misa be doing the killing for him, because she would be the first lady. They were together, so she would be the first lady, and I think we would see a huge drop in crime. In the show, in the final episode, where he says something about crime in the world has dropped by 70%. That's huge. That's the entire world. It's because either the people are dying because of Kira passing judgment, or people are too afraid to do anything because of Kira passing judgment. So reducing the world's crime by 70%. But that was over the course of 6 years. Being president, it would probably be reduced even more. Or it'd be reduced more in short of a time. I think he probably could get to 70% within his first 4 years. And I'm pretty sure Kira, being a smooth talker, being a good looking guy, being very animated. I think it's safe to say he would get a second term because really, what happened? Son, he's running, and then there's 4 or 5 people, and they got debates going on, but suddenly they all start dropping like flies, and then what do you know? Light is on top again. Now, I think that would be a little suspect. It's like somehow everyone who goes against Light ends up dead. So, um, I don't think he would kill his competitors, but he can definitely manipulate things to make sure he gets another term. But like I said, I don't think he would need to manipulate. I think people would see crime rate going down, the economy doing better, and I I don't think he would have to force people. I think people would just say, "We want Light Yagami as president again." Um, but yeah, I think having Light as a president would pretty be pretty awesome. Black Lives Matter and Antifa, all those fucking left wing groups who terrorize and shit, they wouldn't be doing that shit anymore. All these fucking people online harassing others, they be dealt with. Uh, they say about prisons and about how they're overcrowded. Well, Kira will take care of that too. So, but that's just my opinion. I think if Light Yagami was president, he would really be a good president. He would do not only the things that the president should do, but he'd also have a side business of taking care of things for the American people. And not just American people, but the world. Pesky foreign leaders, eh. Pesky foreign terror groups, eh. Gone. Reduced within the first 4 years, crime rate would be reduced by 70% or more. And once in his second term, it'd be smooth sailing from there. He could basically not do his job, not have, he'd basically not have to write in the book at all because everyone would be too afraid of Kira passing judgment on them. So we would be living a good life while all the people on the left and all the criminals would be just pew 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 dying. But what do you think? Do you think Light would be a good president? How would you feel having Misa as the first lady? Misa Mane. Misa Misa! That means Ryuk would be there sitting out in the garden. He's like, the first thing I want is an apple tree built. Or not built, but like a thing for just a little section built, and it's gonna have apple trees in it, like a little fenced in section in the garden. He's like, I want apples. Royal presidential apples. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, if he would be a good president or not. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.